15 years. 15 years she ruled Bengal. 15 years she was untouchable. She fought the left, she fought the center, and every single time she won. Until now. The Election Commission of India just confirmed the most stunning political upset of this decade. The lotus has bloomed in the land of grass and flowers. 206 seats for BJP, a two-thirds majority. Just 81 seats for Trinamool Congress, their worst ever defeat. And Mamata Banerjee herself defeated in her own home seat. This is the story of how it all collapsed. Let me put the final numbers in front of you. Out of 294 assembly seats in West Bengal, counting was held for 293. One seat, Falta in South 24 Parganas, will go for a re-poll on May 21st because of EVM tampering complaints, with counting on May 24. Of those 293 seats, look at this. BJP 206. That is a two-thirds supermajority. The Trinamool Congress just 81. The Congress has won 2 seats. A few smaller parties picked up the rest. Now, to understand how massive this is, just rewind 5 years. In 2021, the same Trinamool Congress won 215 seats. That is 215 seats. The BJP back then had 77. In other words, they have completely flipped. Mamata's party has crashed by 134 seats. The BJP has gained 129. That is the largest single state swing toward the BJP since 2014. Bengal has not just changed its government, Bengal has changed its era. Before we go any deeper, I want you to know the 4 people whose names you will hear over and over in the story. Look at the slide. Mamata Banerjee, the outgoing Chief Minister, the Didi of Bengal, the woman who fought from a wheelchair in 2021 and still won 215 seats. Today she has lost power and her own Bhabanipur seat. We'll come back to her. Prime Minister Modi, he held over 25 rallies in this state alone. He made Bengal his personal mission and he is expected to attend the swearing-in ceremony on May 9th. Suvendu Adhikari, once Mamata's number 2, now her conqueror, twice over. He defeated her in Nandigram in 2021. He has now defeated her again in Bhabanipur in 2026. The frontrunner for Chief Minister. Home Minister Amit Shah, the strategist, the architect. The man who quietly mapped 80,000 polling booths across the state, family by family. 4 people, 1 verdict. Now let's understand exactly how it happened. Now here is what is wild about this verdict. Look at the vote share on screen. BJP about 45%, TMC about 41%. The actual gap between them just over 4% points. Just 4 points, that's all. But in India's first past-the-post system, where you only have to come first in each individual seat, not win by a huge margin, those 4 points became a tsunami. The BJP turned a 4-point lead into a 125-seat lead in the assembly. This is the brutal mathematics of Indian elections. You don't need to win big, you just need to come first again and again in every constituency. And that's exactly what the BJP did today. Let me show you the swing in one chart. In 2021, TMC had 215 seats, BJP at 77, Mamata untouchable. In 2026, TMC down to 81, BJP up to 206. The roles completely reversed. That is a swing of 129 seats towards the BJP and 134 seats away from the TMC in just 5 years. Political scientists will study this election for decades because state-level swings of this size in India only happen when something fundamental has broken. When the social contract between a ruling party and its voter base completely collapses. So what broke? To understand that, let's go back 15 years. May 2011, a small woman in a white cotton sari, slippers on her feet, walked into a writer's building in Kolkata, Mamata Banerjee. The Chief Minister of West Bengal, she had just done what no one in India thought was possible. She had ended 34 years of unbroken communist rule. 2016, she came back stronger. 211 seats, the Kanya Shri Girls Scheme, the Sabut Sathi Cycle Scheme, the 5 rupee Ma canteens, a welfare empire. 2021, the big one. Modi held over 20 rallies against her. Suvendu Adhikari, her own protege, defected to the BJP, beat her in Nandigram. 2021, the big one. Modi held over 20 rallies against her. Suvendu Adhikari, her own protege, defected to the BJP and beat her in Nandigram. She broke her leg, she campaigned in a wheelchair, and she still won 215 seats. That was a high watermark. Then 2024, Sandesh Khali happens, RG Car happens, the cracks start to show. And now 2026, the end. Not just the end of her government, the end of her own personal mandate. But what broke? 5 things, let me walk you through each one. Crack number 1, the cash for jobs scandal. In 2022, central agencies raided TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee. They recovered crores of rupees in cash, bundles and bundles of it. The image of those banknotes spread across India. For a party built on the slopes of Ma, Mati and Manush, mother, soil and people, that cash was poison. Number 2, Sandesh Kali. Early 2024, women in this remote village in the Sundarbans came out on camera, accusing local TMC strongman Shah Jahan Sheikh of land grab. And far worse, the visuals went viral nationwide. The party that called itself the protector of Bengali women was suddenly being asked one question: who is going to protect them from your own people? The RG car tragedy. August 2024, a young trainee doctor was raped and murdered inside RG Kar Medical College in Kolkata. The protests that followed were not BJP rallies. They were doctors, students, ordinary middle-class Bengalis marching through the streets night after night. And every answer about who failed to protect her led somehow back to the system Mamata had built. Crack number 4 is anti-incumbency. 15 years is a long time. The same MLAs, the same syndicates, the same complaints about cut money, illegal commissions at every government scheme. The voter who got that free cycle in 2016, by 2026, his son couldn't get a job. And he remembered. And crack number 5, this one is the deepest, the SIR controversy. The special intensive revision of voter rolls, about 91 lakh names, that's 12% of all voters in Bengal, were removed from the electoral rolls between October 2025 and April 2026. The TMC said genuine voters were being deleted. The BJP said illegal infiltrators were being cleaned out. Whoever was right, the political effect was the same. A sharply polarized Hindu-Muslim citizen versus outsider campaign. 5 cracks, 1 shattered glass, each was survivable alone. Together, they were fatal. And it's not just me saying this. Listen to what the experts and the politicians themselves have been saying about this verdict. The respected Yogendra Yadav, who has tracked this election closely, said the SIR voter roll exercise has, and I quote, created 2 different categories of population, voting and non-voting. That is a damning statement from one of India's most incredible election analysts. Suvendu Adhikari on the BJP side has called the verdict the result of, and I quote, Hindu consolidation in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee herself, refusing to concede when early trends came in, told her party workers, wait and watch, counting is still underway. That patience didn't last. By the end of the day, even her own seat was lost. And the Deccan Herald, in its editorial, summed up the BJP strategy in one line. BJP managed the polls, they didn't chase them. Now let's see exactly how they managed it. So how did the BJP actually pull this off? Let me give you the 3-part playbook on screen. Booth level math, cold, boring, unglamorous mathematics. Amit Shah ran this campaign like a corporate war room. Every single one of the 80,000 plus polling booths in Bengal had a named BJP team in charge of it. Voter lists were studied family by family. Targeted messages went out in Bengali, in Hindi, even in Nepali in the hills. No constituency was left to chance. Modi's megaphone. The Prime Minister did over 25 rallies in this state alone. He hammered 3 messages again and again: Bengali identity, Hindu consolidation, and the failure of TMC's welfare model. The slogan, Asol Poriborto, meaning the real change, became the campaign's anthem. Notice what they did there. Poriborto was Mamata's own word from 2011. The BJP took it back. And part 3, the Suvendu factor. Mamata's old number 2 contested from 2 states, his home turf Nandigram and Bhabanipur, Mamata's own seat, and he won both. He beat Mamata herself by over 15,000 votes in her stronghold. Booth maths plus Modi's outreach plus Suvendu's audacity, this is the formula that broke Bengal. I want to come back to the 5th crack because it deserves its own moment. The SIR voter roll deletion, 91 lakh names, that's 9.1 million voters, about 12% of Bengal's total electorate, removed from the rolls between October 2025 and April 2026. The BJP said, bogus entries and illegal infiltrators are finally being cleaned up. The TMC said, genuine voters, mostly minorities and migrant workers, have been mass disenfranchised. Whoever you believe, and I'm not telling you who to believe, the political effect was the same. The campaign turned into a sharply polarized Hindu-Muslim citizen versus non-citizen battle, and the BJP rode that wave straight into power. Now to the seat that everyone in India was watching and that produced the most dramatic moment of this entire counting day, Bhabanipur. Mamata Banerjee's home seat, the constituency she had held since 2011. At 4 in the afternoon, Mamata was leading here by over 7,000 votes. Many of us thought she'll lose the state, but at least she keeps her own seat. Then came the late counting rounds, the lead vanished, then it flipped. By the end of all 20 rounds of counting, Suvendu Adhikari had defeated her by 15,105 votes. Suvendu got 73,917 votes and Mamata got 58,812 votes. Read that again. The Chief Minister of West Bengal, 3-term, defeated in her own home seat by her own former protege by over 15,000. In Nandigram, the seat where Suvendu beat her in 2021, he held on again, winning by about 3,000 votes. The protege didn't just overtake the mentor, he dismantled her twice in one day. Let's zoom out and look at the geography. Where exactly did the saffron wave spread? Look at this map on the screen. North Bengal BJP, Jungle Mahal the tribal belt BJP, the industrial belt around Asansol and Durgapur BJP, Malda and Murshidabad split with the Congress holding 2 seats. Kolkata itself went BJP, including Bhabanipur. The only region where the TMC held some ground was deep South Bengal. The 24 Parganas, the Sundarbans, Mamata's traditional ground zero. And even there the margins were thin and the BJP made inroads. 5 out of 6 regions gone, that's not an election win, that's a regional collapse. And one more number you cannot ignore, voter turnout in this election, 92.84%, the highest ever in the history of West Bengal Assembly elections, higher than 2021, higher than 2011, higher than any election Bengal has ever seen. Bengal didn't just vote, Bengal showed up. And when turnout hits nearly 93%, you don't just have a verdict, you have a movement. And today the movement said one thing, change. So who will be Bengal's next chief minister? 3 names are in the race. Suvendu Adhikari, the front-runner, the mass base, battle-hardened, and the man who has now beaten Mamata in 2 seats, twice a giant killer. Samik Bhattacharya, the dark horse, the BJP state president, long RSS roots, Delhi's quiet trust, he's the one who announced the oath-taking date today. Dilip Ghosh, the veteran, the former state president, loved by the cadres, the man who built the BJP machine in Bengal in the first place. The decision will be made in Delhi by the BJP Parliamentary Board and we have a date, May 9th, Saturday. Rabindranath Tagore's birth anniversary. Symbolism, the BJP picked very deliberately. PM Modi is expected to attend it. Now zoom out one final time to all of India. What does this verdict mean nationally? 1. The BJP now holds direct power, alone or in alliance, in 21 of India's 28 states. That is the largest political footprint of any single party since the Congress dominance of the 1980s. 2. The opposition India bloc just lost one of its most fearless and independent voices. Without Mamata in power and without even a personal mandate as MLA, the regional anti-BJP front weakened significantly heading into the next general election. 3. End of an era. 42 years in active politics, 15 years as Chief Minister, 3 full terms, Mamata Banerjee at 71 is unlikely to lead another national assault in Delhi. 4. The names Sandesh Khali, RG Kar and Bhabanipur are now permanent in the political textbooks of India. So that's the story of how Bengal flipped. 15 years of TMC rule ended on a single counting day by a party that just 5 years ago had only 77 seats in the state, and by a man, Suvendu Adhikari, who 5 years ago was Mamata's own number 2. Now I want to hear from you, was this verdict about anti-incumbency, about Hindu consolidation, or about SIR, or all the 3? Drop your answer in the comments. If this video helped you understand what just happened in Bengal, please hit the like button, subscribe and share with one friend who needs to see it. This is your own channel knowledge feed and I'll see you in the next one. The new Chief Minister takes oath on Saturday. Stay subscribed for that.